We know that the purpose of this program is to change the narrative that we have around our education. And when if you listen properly to that promo, you will see that on this show we are going to be talking about the past, the present, and the future of education, which is going to make all stakeholders be able to put all hands on deck for us to be able to change this narrative. And you all know by the stakeholders, we mean the students, the parents, the guardians, the school management, and the MVP, the government. Now, the role of government in education cannot be broken down into just something that we can overlook, because government they have a stake in education that they do. When you check the budgeting every year, you will know how the government places education. And also the role of private owners in schools, you cannot trade aside, because the level of our governance now and the level of education now, we see that these people are the ones that stand and say that we have to do things right and we have to do things properly. So on today's episode of the show, we are going to talk about something that a lot of people spoke about in their corridors, and because they don't have a face and a voice to put it out there, they buried it, but it's still rumbling in their minds. We have a very, very important topic to talk about today, and also we'll be putting the information out to you that admissions into Harvard College is out. Everything that you need to know about Harvard College of Science, Business and Management Studies, you will find out on this show today. And also the MVP is in the studio, and you are going to get the full dose of inspiration, so you don't want to miss this one. Everybody knows that when it comes to the questions and answer segments on this show, the questions take deep into the topics that we discuss. So you have to sit back, grab your pens, grab your notebook, and write important things down, because most of the questions we ask in our question and answer segment come from the topic we discuss on the show. When we come back, we are going to fire on all cylinders. This is the biggest educational talk show in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and this is sponsored by Harvard College of Science, Business and Management Studies. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Educational Reality Talk Show. And let me first introduce my panelists. I call him the MVP. He's back on the show, and I know you've missed this. You've missed this input. He's back. He is Dr. Adebayo Oluwatose. He's back on the show, sir. Good morning, sir. Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Good morning, our audience too.
Now, it's been a while that she joined the panelists, but she's back on the hot seat, and she's Miss Mary Egbosimba. She's the Exams and Record Officer of Harvard College of Science, Business and Management Studies. You're welcome, ma.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, and good morning to our listeners.
And as always, we have the Steven Spielberg, the person that you don't see her face, you don't hear her voice, but you know that she's the engine room of the show. She's Miss Aderoju Kemisola. She's the Director of Programs Scholarship Aid Initiative. Now, today we have a very, very important topic to talk about, something that everybody is interested in. But before we go into our topic of today, Miss Mary, what has been happening with Harvard College of Science, Business and Management Studies? Everything that I follow your updates, and I know that there were a couple of activities on campus and all that. So can you just put us in the loop? What's happening with Harvard?
Okay, thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone, once again. Okay, currently, the school is currently on vacation.
Okay.
Because we are done with our second semester examination.
Awesome.
And at the administrative level and management level, we are planning to resume a new section, which will be resuming by next month, hopefully.
Next month, September.
Okay. Yes. So, irrespective of that, we are still running our admissions.
Okay.
Students have been coming, prospective students have been coming to make inquiries.
Okay.
They've been coming to know what subject combination they could use to enroll.
Okay.
Parents have been coming in to see their school environs, and I must say they are really satisfied with what they've seen. So currently, generally, activities are ongoing for the preparation of the new academic section.
Okay, so for those that want an admission, into the school, what are those things that they need to know, they need to find out?
Okay, we have two categories.
Okay.
Which students can apply.
Okay.
We have those who have written JAMB.
Okay.
Now, those that have written JAMB, we have two categories as well.
Okay.
Now, we have those who choose Harvard.
Okay.
From the beginning.
Right.
So once they've scored 100 and above, of course, we're not biased when it comes to admission.
Okay.
They'll be given admission with the course of their choice.
Okay.
Then we have those that probably have written JAM, but
Okay.
they did not choose
Harvard.
Harvard College
Okay.
and would want to join us. They can as well go to any JAM center around them,
Okay.
change the institution to Harvard College.
Okay.
And once they do that, from our end, we will definitely see it and they'll be issued admission. Then, like I said, with the second category is for those who did not write JAM, maybe due to one reason or the other, they were not able to write JAM. We also run what we call pre-ND.
Okay.
So they can apply for pre-ND, provided they have their O-level, the required subjects complete. We admit them also on pre-ND.
Okay.
So we also have the HND program as well.
Okay.
So we have probably those that are done with their ND and wish to come to our school for HND.
Okay.
We also have that program running on which we have the accountancy, business administration, we have banking, we have cloud computing,
Okay.
we have media studies,
Okay.
and the rest of it.
All right.
So admission is open for everyone. And in Harvard College, like I said, we are not biased. We give students the subject, the course
That
they
they want.
yes, irrespective of your gender or wherever it is you're coming from. Harvard College is open for everyone,
Okay.
provided you have met the requirements of that particular.
And always they can check out the website of the school
Yes.
at www.harvardcollege.edu.ng. So basically that is what you need to find out about what has been happening in and around Harvard College of Science, Business and Management Studies. Now in 2017, the federal government asked 7 federal universities of agriculture and technology in Nigeria to stop running management courses and focus on their core mandate. They asked them to stop running management courses and focus on their core mandate. So, Dr. Adebayo Oluwatose, you're back on the show. As an educationist, what do you have to say about this, sir?
Yeah, thank you very much. I really like the topic we want to talk about this morning. It's because it's an issue that has occurred and the effect is still on ground to this moment. That was during the administration of late Muhammadu Buhari. That one day in August, I could remember precisely then, as all the administration then said all the 7 universities in Nigeria, that the Federal University of Agriculture and Technology in Nigeria that are running management courses, to stop it. If you are to look at it very well, when they did that, when they made that policy, me personally, I was so happy about it. I was so happy because I can't imagine you get a specialized university called University of Agriculture running program courses like accountancy and accounting, business administration, economics, and others like that. And this course policy was introduced during Jonathan administration. But if you have to look at it very well, majority of people that know much about education criticized this policy when it was introduced during President Iberi Jonathan. And all of a sudden, all these universities started, admitting students, running business admin, accounting, and others. And I believe then, even if you look at FUNAB, Federal University of Agriculture Abeokuta was among the universities that introduced those courses in that year. So when it was cancelled, I believe the government did the right thing. The government that cancelled the program did the right thing. Because if you look at it very well, you call a university University of Agriculture.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, management courses like accounting now being running in that university, how will you justify that? That bringing a certificate of University of Agriculture, then you now see course, Department of Accounting, Department of Business Administration. Then it will look something. It doesn't look well, even in the standard of education in Nigeria. That time, some people made some suggestion then that if you want all this university to be running all courses, why can't the government remove the word agriculture and let it be Federal University of Technology, Abeokuta, or Federal University of Technology, wherever it is, rather than allowing the Federal University of Agriculture a certificate that will bear the name agriculture, then the course accounting. So to me, it's a very good idea or policy introduced by that government in 2017.
All right, sir. So basically now the question is, does running of management courses in those specialist institutions, do they have effect on the workings of the particular institutions themselves?
Yeah, it's not. Yes, it's running of those courses. Like I said initially, that even merely looking at the name, it has a lot of effect. When you say something effect can be either positive or it can be also negative. But the negative aspect of it is more than the positive. Let's look at it for instance.
Right, sir.
In Nigeria today, some university in this country, I won't mention, still discriminates against each other. If you have first degree in those social university or you have master from social university, and you take the certificate to proceed, they will tell you no.
Wow.
For the part that they are the same federal government institution, they will not accept. Now, talk less of you that attend the University of Agriculture, course, economics, accounting. Then you now want to go and do master in any of those other universities, they will reject it.
Wow.
Because by the time you get to this other, maybe the department or the faculty, they have the right to say no. Are we sure that this university have the real facility or the core resource people to take these courses rather than being plain? And we all knew then that was the administration of Jonathan introduced that course based on politics. And that is why we see sometimes we are talking of the way our government bring politics into the system, particularly into education in this country, is very wrong. It was politics. I think he was looking for something then. And those that advised him then to introduce such thing, they gave wrong advice. Because I never expected even his administration. Because Jonathan, as a then, I don't know now, is a PhD holder. For him, and he's also an educationist, that I thought he's supposed to look the effect of this thing, particularly internationally, that would they accept this certificate, even in the labor market. You can't come to me, my organization. Now I'm looking for an accountant. You now apply as an accountant, then you now see your certificate, where you are coming from, it's the University of Agriculture. Then the course is accounting. I won't accept you, because sometimes you see that most of people in the labor market, they still discriminate. When they are doing employment, they look at, even if government institution, public organization in Nigeria, they discriminate. They will tell you, okay, federal institution first, before even the state. Talk less of where you now look at the name. So there are a lot of effects to it. Today, many of those students that graduated with that certificate, with the name of that university, with that course, cannot even proceed up to this moment. Wow. So some have to go to another university to go and do PGD, maybe postgraduate diploma in that course, so that to have to attach it to their first degree, so before they can consider or continue with their master's program. So to me, it has a lot of effect, and it's affecting the society today. Like I said something today that can even to get a good job because of that. Wow. So that is it.
Well, sir, that policy was introduced by one government, and unfortunately another government abolished it. Now, sir, why is that?
Yeah, the reason is that the government that abolished it so realize that what that government that introduced it did is very wrong policy. Very wrong. You know, sometimes, like I said, that they bring politics to most of the things we are doing in this country.
Yeah.
But whenever they are looking for something, they know what they will look at it. They never consider who are those that those things going to affect. And I always say something that it's because their own world, their children are not in this system. They travel abroad. You cannot see, we have University of Law in UK that is called that's University of Law. For you can't do law, you cannot see them running accounting there now because it's a specialized university.
Yes, exactly.
If a government want to run a course generally, so the new government that abolished it realize that policy is wrong, because if you look at it very well, immediately the government of Buhari came into power, is 2 years after they must have been deliberating about it. Those that look at it, even the present minister for education then Adamu, they are the people that came and said no, this thing is very wrong. Students protested, even a lot of stakeholders look at it, look at the future of this children. But I like what the government did, that okay, we are not going back. And they cancelled it because they knew that what the previous government did is completely wrong by introducing such in the beginning.
So, sir, the cancellation, does it have any effect on the students themselves, as in on their learning, on everything that surrounds the student? Does the cancellation of this policy, does it directly or indirectly affect the student?
It affects them, particularly even their life. It affected their life. Talking about their life, I mean their future. Like I've said something earlier that's okay. If you look at it very well, many of these students they cannot even proceed to further more. Many even left the country, because I know some that today that okay, because of that they have to maybe have their parents look for one or the other. Even some have to. Some cannot even secure good jobs as of today. Because it's not about courses in the university. It's not about what is the area of specialization of that university. I know university in Abeokuta in Ogun State today is University of Science and Technology. You cannot see the university go and say okay, they want to run medicine, because they believe that okay, our area is technology. Technology means, but they can be running courses that have to do with technology aspect of medical.
Okay.
You know, maybe medical engineering of aspect of medical equipment like that. But talking of core medicine and surgery, you cannot see them. So the government know what they are doing. It's not that our government doesn't know what they are doing, but sometimes because of their own selfish interest of some people in the government, they come up with this, never consider the future and the life of the people that they want to, they are doing this thing for. So many of these students then, up to this moment, they cannot get what they want because they graduated for this. There are a lot. And as of today, some of them are still talking about this issue. So it has affected their life, their future completely. Thank you.
So now, Dr. Adebayo, before we wrap up this segment, you are a stakeholder in the educational sector in Nigeria, and you know more than virtually, let's say we that we are in the studio, you know more than us. Now, what is the stand of the current administration, and should the present government introduce the system back?
I don't think this government will do such. Okay. Because when you look at the people in the system today, the present government now today, they know what they are doing. The team, in the particularly those in the educational system. If you look at something happened last year when they removed the former Minister for Education and the Minister for Education and State. Okay. The government realized that they are not doing the right thing. And for them not to put problem into this present government, they have to what? They terminated their appointment as a minister. Wow. So if the government look at a lot of if you look at what happened then, that brought that issue, there are some things I don't want to say it here.
Of course.
You understand? But today, if the government can do such thing, then definitely I don't think this present government This now, if you look at it very well, this present government have been establishing some higher institution.
Okay.
You know, last week we talked about it. Is it establishing higher institution or funding of
The existing ones.
existing one? You know, if you look at it, that we say, okay, it's better. Why are we doing that? So you cannot, this government, I will never support if they want to bring such thing into the system. And I believe they cannot do it because they have good good people that know what curriculum is talking about, what education is talking about. When we say, okay, education institution is a specialized institution, then let them focus based on their core mandate. The area that, okay, this institution is being, established for. We have University of in Nigeria today, we have University of Medical Science. Now, how will you feel, sir? Or the people listening at home now, the University of Medical Science is now running economics.
Sounds absurd.
Yeah, definitely. So that's what we are talking about. So the present government cannot do such thing, and I believe that nobody in the government today will even advise the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu to do such thing.
So now we've discussed it. Now you've heard a lot of people have it in their minds that, okay, these things they've been happening in our system and they don't know how the road forward. Now, if you notice what we've spoken about a past in our education and the implication that is having in our present educational system and what can happen in the future. So now Dr. Adebayo Oluwatosin has simplified it. He has broken it down, everything that has to do with, bringing back the old system and, the policy that was introduced that made education and the students themselves suffer and how it was abolished. But for a lot of our listeners at home, especially our fathers and our mothers, there's something we do every week. When we say this in our normal lingua franca, which is English language, we encourage our panelists to please help us just summarize and break it down in Yoruba language. And anytime Dr. Adebayo comes on the show, he does it very, very well. So, sir, ẹ máa bá wa break it, ẹ máa bá wa ṣàlàyé ní Yorùbá ní kékeré wo nǹkan tá ti sọ lẹ́nu. So fún àwọn bàbá wa àti ìyá wa tó wà nílé.
Ẹ ṣé. Fún àǹfààní ẹ̀yin bàbá wa tẹ́ wà nílé, tá a fẹ́ kẹ́yìn náà jẹ àǹfààní ní orí ọ̀rọ̀ tí à ń sọ wọ̀nyí. Ohun tí à ń sọ ni pé ní nǹkan bí ọdún mélòó kan sẹ́yìn, that was ní ọdún 2017, ni pé ìjọba wọ́n mú àwọn yunifásitì kan tí a pè wọ́n ní Federal University of Agriculture tí wọ́n ń ṣe àwọn courses kan tí ò yẹ kí wọ́n máa ṣe. Wọ́n council pé gbogbo courses wọ̀nyí wọn gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe láwọn yunifásitì wọn. Àwọn bíi courses bíi business administration, accounting, economics àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Nígbà yìí òun la wá ń wò lénìí pé ǹjẹ́ ó yẹ kí ìjọba ìgbà yẹn kó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ̀ ìjọba tó kọ́kọ́ ṣe àdé pé ìjọba tó ṣe ń gbà yẹn ó ní ìjọba Jonathan tí wọ́n introduce àwọn courses ẹ̀ sáwọn university yẹn. Ìgbà ìjọba bàbá wa olóògbé Buhari ló padà dé wọ́n ní pé ohun tí ìjọba Jonathan ṣe ń gbà yẹn pé kò dára. So àwa wò pé kí ni èròǹgbà wa lórí ohun tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí. So ohun tẹ̀mí ń gbìyànjú láti ṣàlàyé ni pé ohun tí ìjọba Buhari ṣe ń gbà yẹn ó dára púpọ̀ nítorí pé ìjọba tó ṣe nígbà yẹn wọ́n wọjọ́ wájú àwọn ọmọ wọ̀nyí pé nígbà tẹ́ ẹ ní pé ọmọ University of Agriculture tẹ́ ẹ dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé orúkọ tí university tá a mọ̀ wọ́n fún ni pé ẹ̀kọ́ nípa ohun ọ̀gbìn ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Ẹ dẹ̀ pé ohun ọ̀gbìn pọ̀ sí oríṣiríṣi, ó pé sí oríṣiríṣi. Tẹ́ bá wo Federal University of Agriculture Abẹ́òkúta lè ní ìlú tá a wà yìí, ẹ pé wọ́n ní oríṣiríṣi courses tó dára nípa ti ohun ọ̀gbìn ní ìwé eré àti pé àdáwọn mọ́. Ẹ wá ní kán yí àbàrà kán wá lọ máa ṣe ohun tí ìjọba láti ìpínlẹ̀ ṣe tí wọn ò ní kán máa ṣe. Òun náà sọ pé ohun tí ìjọba yẹn ṣe ń gbà yẹn pé kò dára rárá láti mú àwọn courses wọ̀nyí wá sí àwọn yunifásitì méje nígbà yẹn. Pé nígbà tí ìjọba Buhari dẹ̀ dé, ó mú courses wọ̀nyí wọ́n council èyí pé kò yẹ kán ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. A dẹ̀ ní pé ohun tí ìjọba yẹn ṣe pé ó dára. Àwọn wò pé tá bá wò ní ìdàkejì ẹ̀wọ̀, ǹjẹ́ kí ni ohun tó ń ṣe wọ̀nyí, ǹjẹ́ nǹkan tó ṣe ǹjẹ́ ó ní effect fún wa lórí ẹ̀kọ́ wa? Èmi ní pé effect tó ní ò tiẹ̀ dára rárá, nítorí pé ọ̀pọ̀ nínú àwọn ọmọ wọ̀nyí tó ń ṣe kọ́ọ̀sì jáde kó tó di pé ìjọba Buhari cancel program yẹn policy yẹn wọn ò ríṣẹ́ gidi ṣe lénìí. àwọn iléeṣẹ́ tó fẹ́ gbà wọ́n wá wo orúkọ yunifásitì tó ti jáde wọ́n ní Federal University of Agriculture ó wá lọ ṣe kọ́ọ̀sì accounting mẹ́ láwọn pé àpè yunifásitì ní ilé ní yunifásitì ètò ẹ̀kọ́ nípa ìlera àti gbogbo nìṣe àwa ní pé ṣé ǹjẹ́ wọ́n lè lọ máa ṣe ẹ̀kọ́ nípa ìmọ̀ ìṣúná owó ń bẹ̀ yunifásitì orúkọ ẹ̀ ní o medical science tó jẹ́ pé nípa ìtọ́jú ara ni àwa lọ ń ṣe ètò ìṣúná pé ẹni tó àwọn tẹ́ fẹ́ lọ gbé certificate bá wọ́n á wò ó wọ́n ní èmi gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹnìkan èèyàn ò lè gbèrú certificate yẹn wá sí ilé iṣẹ́ ti tèmi kí èmi gbà á. a lè ní pé professor wà bẹ̀ tó máa kọ́ wọn bọ́ ǹjẹ́ wọ́n máa ní ohun tó yẹ tó because tá a bá ń wo gbogbo àwọn kíní wọn yẹn a máa pe kíní kan ní approval of courses and or resource inspection a máa pe kíní kan ní accreditation of courses ní ìjọba àwọn ìjọba tó ń gbé wá ó lóhun kan tó máa ń wò á dẹ̀ mọ̀ wípé àwọn iléèwé wọ̀nyí kì í ṣe gbogbo tó tẹ̀tẹ̀ jẹ́ tìjọba pàápàá wọn ò fọ́ǹdì wọn tó facility ò tó resource person ò tó a kàn máa fi irú kọ́ ṣàpàní mo rántí ńgbà kan ní yunifásitì kan mi ò ní sọ tó jẹ́ tìjọba àpapọ̀ tó jẹ́ pé ẹni tó ń ṣe course à ń pe course yẹn ní measurement and evaluation wọn ní professor ẹyọ kan nípa mẹ́tẹ̀ àwọn professor tó ń ṣe guiding and counseling ló kọ́ wọn and federal university dẹ̀ ni àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ so àwọn ọmọ máa fi irú mọ́ ṣàpà àwọn ọmọ wọ̀nyí olóde ẹ̀ affect àwọn ọmọ tí wọn ò ṣe kí ni wọn ò sí bí ìjọba tó dẹ̀ ṣe pọ́lísì yìí ń gbà yẹn ó ṣe torí òṣèlú ni táwọn aráàlú o àwọn tó mọ̀ wọ́n mọ̀ wípé torí òṣèlú ohun tó ń fẹ́ ni wọ́n ò rò ti àwọn èèyàn wọ́n ò rò mọ́ títí wọn wípé ókè o ọjọ́ ọ̀la àwọn ọmọ wọ̀nyí báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ rí and gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀yẹ ń sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu ìsìn ni mo ṣe ń sọ wípé ọmọ mi ò lè tẹ̀síwájú pẹ̀lú sàtífíkẹ́ẹ̀tì ọmọ mi ò ríṣẹ́ gidi ṣe ọmọ mi ṣe lọ ṣe PGD láti lè hard mọ́ dìgírì tó ti gbà yẹn kó lè pọ̀ tíwájú sí ilé ẹ̀kọ́ mìíràn fún masters program àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ so ohun kan wọ̀nyí la ṣe wò pé ó dà pé èèyàn tábà wá ní pé jẹ́ kí ìjọba tó wà ń bẹ̀ yìí sì gbé kọ́ńtì ẹ̀ gbé padà wá ó ní ó dá gbogbo ẹ̀yin mẹ́sì yìí o ẹ lọ́ máa ṣe báyìí mo ní ìjọba tó wà ń bẹ̀ ò lè ṣerú ẹ̀ nítorí pé àwọn tó fi sí ìdí ètò ẹ̀kọ́ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ wọn mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣe mi ò dẹ̀ rò pé wọ́n lè play politics torí pé àwa òun ṣe olóṣèlú ṣùgbọ́n a mọ̀ wípé lóòótọ́ àti ní òdodo ìjọba tó wà ń bẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí o nípa aspect ti ẹ̀kọ́ wọ́n sì fi àwọn tó dágájíá wọ́n fi síbẹ̀ wọ́n ò dẹ̀ lè play politics pé ká wò pé fún àǹfààní tí wọ́n ní o ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe ohun tí ò tọ́nà tó lè fa ọjọ́ iwájú àwọn ọmọ torí wọ́n rí pé àwọn kan ti ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ̀ ìdí tí nǹkan yìí fi ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ̀ implication ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ so ó jẹ́ bí ó ṣe jẹ́ bí a ṣe lè ṣe àlàyé.
Thank you so much, Dr. Adebayo Oluwatosin. Now that is basically everything that you will need to know about this topic, and I hope that people listening at home, you've taken your points, because definitely next week there will be questions on what we've discussed so far. When we come back, the phone lines have been buzzing, so when we come back, we go back, we enter in full scale into our questions and answer segment. We'll be right back. Meanwhile, Miss Mary, before we go to the advert department, the past winners of those that won last week on the show, have they come for their gifts? Yes,
few of them have come around for their various prizes.
Okay, harvardcollege.edu.ng for the website, and also every episode of the show you can go on YouTube and check Harvard Edu Reality Show on YouTube. Check Harvard Edu Reality Show on YouTube, and and also you can for more enquiries you can call 081-213-55038, 081-213-55038, or 0806-460-4940, 0806-460-4940. And the person that won today's show, you can reach out to the number, and Mr. Mr. Adenekon, you can reach out to the number and you'll be sorted. Thank you, Dr. Adebayo Oluwatosin, for coming on the show. It's so beautiful to have you on the show again. Thank you, Miss Mary Bosimba, for being on the show. Thank you, Miss Aderoju Kebesola, and thank you to everybody who tune in every week to listen to Educational Reality Talk Show. Like I say, together we will make the world a better place when it comes to our education. We'll see you next week by the special grace of God. Thank you, and we'll be right back next week.